Assalamu alaikum YouTube. How you all doing? Welcome to my channel. My name is Ami Job and I'm talking to you from Scotland. So yeah, today I just want to make this quick reaction to Mufti Menk, brother Mufti, one of his videos that he did, two of his videos by the way. It's more than two, but I'm just gonna place two in this topic and I'll try to do another one hopefully in the next couple of days that I'm gonna confirm some of the things that he's been saying, and especially in my community. And I also want to thank him for doing this different series of our community problem and talking about it in an Islamic way and the Islamic side of the story. You know, like, it's amazing how he's talking about arranged marriages and just range of different things that is affecting our community, and he will confirm it loudly, proudly, very clearly that Allah don't want it the way you are doing it. I salute him for this. People like him, I pray we have more. People from my community that are talking about Allah, I want them to talk about it more and to even come to YouTube and do videos like him, so people that don't speak English can understand and, you know, learn more about Allah and try to worship Allah the correct way. Because the damage of the way we're doing the things wrongly is too damaging, and it's making a lot of us to get away from the deen, subhanallah, because the way we are practicing it wrongly. People like Mufti Menk is what we need in our community. He's talking about Islam in a way that no one ever talked about before. Bless him and bless all the rest of the people that is talking about Allah. And yeah, I want to confirm the fact that he talked about child marriage, arranged marriage, and saying that when it's not a person, the person did not agree, when the person did not agree to it, it's haram, which is child marriage, which is what I've been through and many of us have been through and still are going through in Africa and other third world countries. I want to thank him for confirming this. I've been talking about this for years, you know, how child marriage is so damaging, not just because I've been through it, but it's just so damaging. A lot of our women especially cannot be a happy mother, cannot be a happy wife, cannot be a happy person in general because this thing that he's talking about. Some of us are sexually abused or arranged marriage that we don't want the person that is still sexually abused. You have to sleep with somebody that you don't love. And some of us, our parents bring us up really harsh, and just this damage is beyond. I talk about this all the time. The way our parents bring us up really harsh, insulting us, calling us names, beating us up all the time like a slave. We not allow nothing. They will beat you up for something as little as washing dishes. Our parents will beat you up for something as little as washing dishes until you die. Or you're half dead. Not long ago, recently, in Senegal, I'm from Gambia, but I'm from Senegal too, because my grandparents are from Senegal. Within 1 month, 3 people that I know of that die because of their parents killed them. 2 are very young. One of them is a 6-year-old. The father hit her on the head, that the head exposed because he said the child was going to play outside without taking his permission. One of them, the mother, was running after her and she ran and she fell from the stairs and died because the mother was asking her to like sweep the floor or something, and she was slow to sweep it, or she didn't sweep it or something. One of them, the mother strangled her to death because she was pregnant out of wedlock, like she get pregnant by somebody and she's not married. The mother said that you're embarrassing me, you bring me shame, and strangled her to death when she was 8 months pregnant. And she's not even young. I think they said she's 18 or something. Our harsh way of bringing up children is haunting us until now. The way we've been brought up harshly is haunting us. A lot of us, even though we live abroad, we still don't know how to bring up our children peacefully. This harsh treatment that they did to us, beating us 24 hours, insulting us, cursing us 24 hours. It's following us until now. I'm working on my side for a couple of years now. I never really do like half or even quarter of half I've been through to my children, of course. A lot of us cannot do what we've been through to our children. Mashallah, bless our parents. But they've just been through that themselves, so they didn't know any better. So we cannot do like child marriage or like some of the harsh way that they've been beating us up and doing stuff when we are young. But it still haunts us. There are some words that we use to our children and we shouldn't be using it if we weren't brought up like that. That's the reality. I'm still fighting. I'm getting better though, because I'm fighting the side of the part of that I pick up from my culture that is not good. I'm fighting to get away from it for a couple of years now. Doing research, reading books, listening to audio books, just getting knowledge and just doing mindfulness and everything. So it's working. But the pain of child marriage, the pain of being brought up harshly is insane. A lot of us cannot be happy mother, cannot be happy wife because the way we've been brought up. Even happy husband you cannot be when you are brought up this way, especially in the African community. The way they beat their children, the way they curse their children is beyond. It's insane. That's why a lot of the children are now using drugs, alcohol, stress as hell, going crazy. And then they said, oh, the children are now changing. It's because of social media. It's because they're copying the Western life. No. It's because the way you've been brought up, you're continuing to bring them up like that, the abusive way. So if you are causing your children now and just abusing them in general, verbal abuse, causing them, calling them name, you are idiot, you are this, you are that, you are useless, you cannot be nobody, you always disappoint me. Just all of these things unnecessarily, using them casually every day, all the time, for every little thing. Work on getting better. Work on changing those words. You don't have to be embarrassed. But the ego is our problem. Because we are so used to talking to this individual like this. Doesn't matter who they are. It could be partner or children. Because we are so used to talking to them like this. Now for us to be just nice and kind, we are so embarrassed. Because they're going to be like, what? Is that my mom? For example. If you're not used to just be nice and kind and telling them, I love you, sweetheart. You look beautiful, sweetheart. Oh, my beautiful daughter. Oh, like my handsome son. And just be more nice and kind and use darling and use, oh, everything will be fine. Oh, just use nice and kind words. If you're not used to that, you're just going to be embarrassed to just switch the ego and the fear. The fear of when we are nice to our children, they're going to disrespect us and not listen to us. Ooh. The fear is real. And the fear is so damaging. The amount of fear that is stopping us from getting where we want in life is unreal. But the only way you can get away from the fear is to know that whatever you are doing that the fear is stopping you from stopping it, that is more damaging than the fear itself, and is more damaging than the results of when you change. When you continue whatever you are doing, the fear and the ego making you do it, the results of that at the end is so damaging and harmful that when you look at the two results, you will get away from the fear and the ego. This is what I think of. This is what I use. This is how I managed to transform my life over the years, and I'm getting better every time. No one is perfect. I'm still not perfect yet. I don't think I'll ever be perfect. But so many things that, for example, I would do years ago is now out the window. So many things that I would do last year or even a couple of months ago is out the window because I get better every time. It takes time though, but mashallah, you will get there. You can do it. But you must practice it. You must take away the ego. Ego is our worst enemy, and I always say this. When you have ego, you don't need to look for any more enemy. If anyone asks you, do you have enemy? Just say, yes. Who is your enemy? My ego. Your ego is your worst enemy. Your ego can stop you from worshiping your God. Your ego can stop you from anything, from even showing love and kindness. You cannot do it. Even though you want others to do it to you, you cannot do it for others. Isn't that sickening? Our African parents, their ego and their fear of when they're nice and down to earth to us, then we're gonna just disrespect them. It's unreal. And this is damaging us. It's making our relationship with them cannot work smoothly. And it's making us, our relationship with our children cannot work smoothly. Especially us that have children in the Western world. These children are gonna grow up and tell us to fuck off. I keep saying this all these years. I'm not joking. These children are gonna grow up if we continue like it, and they're gonna tell us to fuck off. We don't own them. We give back to them, but we don't own them. They don't choose us as a parents, just like we don't choose them too. So if we treat them anyhow and refuse to change, continue to refuse to change, they're gonna end up getting fed up at the end and tell us to fuck off. That's the reality. So the quicker we change and get away from the ego and the fear, the better. There's nothing like down to earth mother who is ready to confess, or down to earth father who is ready to confess their wrong and to work on changing. There's nothing like that in this world. It's the best feeling. Wouldn't you like it yourself? So your children too like it from you. So let's all work on getting better and getting rid of the fear and the ego. Let's all work on healing and getting rid of this painful part that our culture did to us. Let's all work on healing and getting rid of it. Let's all work on loving and kindness and using a nice and loving and kind word to talk to us. Like I said, I know it's very hard when you're used to this for years and when you've been brought up like this. But with practicing slowly, it's very doable. Believe me, you can do it. Let's all work on ending child marriage and arranging marriage that the person don't love in general. If we all tell our families back home to stop doing child marriage, to stop arranging people to marry people that they don't love, we will make a difference. I know these people that are doing it are back home, and most likely they're not going to see this video. But they still have people here that are not back home. They're here abroad, and they're still doing child marriage or arranged marriage. Child marriage is not many here, if it's happening at all, but they're doing arranged marriage. This arranged marriage is for you to marry someone that you don't love. Is so harmful, and it's not in any religion. How the hell you not allow to sleep with someone you're not married to, and then you're gonna marry someone that you don't love? Then they're pushing you to sleep with someone you're not married to, because this person that you don't love and you're married to them, how are you gonna sleep with them? So you're gonna go and sleep with someone you're not married to? Subhanallah. Who does that? I've never seen this. This community is amazing, beautiful, kind, loving community, Muslim community, and just African community in general. But we have to work on these little things that is ruining everything for us, because that's our only enemy. This is the reason why Africa cannot develop too. It's just the way we've been brought up. If our parents change the way they bring us up, change some local way and rules of life, everything will change. But no one is gonna talk. When you talk, they call you name. The fear is real. The fear they put in us is also real. But subhanallah, I still believe that with Allah, everything is possible. Let's just pray and work on this. Work on telling the truth about our community. Work on working on us while we work on the community. It's the only way out. If not, we are losing it all, and we are at the edge of everything. Because our children are definitely, absolutely not going to contain this. They're not living this kind of life. They're ready to leave us. And when I say leave, I mean totally leave us all together. Leave us with this sickening community if we don't change. That's the reality. So let's change and learn that life is moving, generation is moving. We cannot continue this old sickening way. No matter how hard it is, we can do it. Although the old way have good things, let's pick those. The sickening bits that are from the old way, we have to confess it and get away from it. That's the only way out. But continue to pretend like everything is fine when everything is not fine. It's not going to help us. It's just going to move us away from Allah, because it's going to move our children away from Allah. And that's painful. It's going to move them away from the culture too, and the region, and even the people. A lot of our children don't even want nothing to do with our people. Isn't that scary? So, let's talk about child marriage, especially you men. Talk about it in your community, people. Condemn it. Condemn a marriage that is allowed to go ahead when the people don't love each other. Condemn child marriage. Condemn all of these things. Condemn this coarse and harsh way of beating and causing children. Condemn everything that you know is damaging our community. This is the only way forward. We can all be a hero and condemn all these things that is damaging our community. Is the only way forward. Everyone is a hero. You don't have to just do video to be a hero. Everyone doesn't want to do video. It's not made for everyone. But if you can still talk to the 1 or 2 people that you have access to talk to, get this knowledge in their head in a loving, caring way. Okay? You can just bring the topic even if they're not talking about it. You can be like, you know, today I was thinking how our community will like, you know, how they like to arrange marriage to people that don't love them, or how they just like, so sometimes we're very harsh, abusive word we use for our children and beating them up, unnecessary beating up, you know. This is really harmful for our community. I really think our community need to work on not doing this. You know, talk like this, especially to someone that have children, so they know if they're doing it, then they will know how to stop it and why they should stop it. Because this thing can haunt you forever. They make you not have self-love. They make you not have self-worth. They make you to not love and adore human being purely. When they treat you like that growing up, they give you away to someone you don't love like you're nothing, or they beat you up like you're nothing for every little thing like you're nothing. So I don't want this video too long. I'm going to end it here, but let's all just be our own heroes. We can all be heroes and change the world. One person cannot do it, 2 cannot do it, even 100 cannot do it, hundreds of people cannot still do it. We need all of us to work on this. You don't just watch a video and be quiet about it. No, you spread the news. Just like you learn from the video, others have to learn from you too. We can all do this, and inshallah in the future we shall have a better community, inshallah. Everything will be amazing for us all. Thank you for watching. Let me know. I'm going to be doing more reaction about his amazing videos, and just to thank him and tell him to keep the good job, and for others like him to come out and talk as well. And yeah, let me know which of his videos you want me to do reaction on, and I will be happy to do it soon. Thank you for watching. Like the video if you like it, and I'm going to see you guys again soon, inshallah. Bye.